So this one's going to be about learning styles and how different people learn differently. So there are three types of learners. There are visual learners, auditory learners, and kinesthetic learners. Visual learners, these are learners who prefer seeing demonstrations, allowing them the opportunity to develop a visual picture of the skill in their head. So they prefer visual diagrams, maybe illustrations, graphic organisers. They need to be able to see the skill performed, then they can create that mental picture of what they need to do in their head to help them learn how to perform that skill. Auditory learners, these learn best through instructions or key cues. So they focus on the verbal instructions to learn movement patterns and skills, and they prefer hearing. So when teachers teach, they might often explain things and give some key cues, such as when you're hitting the badminton shuttle, you need to have your arm at right angles, point to the shuttle. They'll be taking in those key cues to help learn the skill. Kinesthetic learners are learners who prefer to learn through actually doing the activities. So information is processed and learnt when the performer is provided with an opportunity to move. So these learners are very hands-on. So whilst you might be thinking you are a particular type of learner, some of us often have characteristics of two of the preferred learning styles. So think about whether you're perhaps more verbal, visual, or kinesthetic. So they're the three learning styles. Have a think about which type of learner you are. I'd like you to conduct the VAC test, a visual, auditory and kinesthetic test to check. It's a series of 20 questions. And I want you to, once you've completed the test, print the results and bring them to class. And I'll include the link after this video on Google Classroom. Just want you to think about this then. So why do visual demonstrations should be coupled with verbal cues when coaching a group of students in PE? So think about your teachers. Why, when they're teaching you a new skill, why will they show you how to do the skill, but also couple it with those key cues? And it's probably because within the class there are a variety of different types of learners, and they need to cater for the different types of learners in that class. So by doing that, they allow for the types of learners to be catered for. Today we're also going to look at some teaching methodologies. So these are some teaching strategies that teachers use in order to teach skills. So they will use their demonstration, their key cues, and they can also use this method of manipulation, and each is sort of linked with the type of learner. So demonstrations, this is a demonstration is given to the learner to help them develop a clear mental or visual picture of what is required. So you can see here the teachers showing the students what to do. Okay, so this is catering for those visual learners. Key cues, so this is where the learner is told verbally how to perform the technique, and it's essential when we're learning a new skill that the key cues are kept very short and simple to avoid confusion. So think about the key cues for shooting a netball goal would be the BEEF acronym that I use. So balance, get the ball high at your ear, elevation and flick. And of course these key cues are really important to the auditory learners, catering for that learning style. And finally this strategy of manipulation. So this is where the coach or teacher might manipulate the learner's body or limbs physically to get them into the right position, or move their body through the correct range of motion, and this allows them to get a correct feel for the movement. So by perhaps you're telling them constantly that they need to bring their shoulder back more, or you're showing them, but it's until you actually move their body, move their shoulder there, and then they play the shot that they actually feel what it's like to perform it with that correct technique. So manipulation can be very powerful, especially when you've got beginner learners and they're learning a new skill.